It's Saturday, October 30th. It's hard to believe that it's already the end of October. And leaves have changed color from a lot of trees. Others have already lost the leaves, and I've got a ton of black walnuts that have fallen and need to be doing something about them. They are edible. You need to have the husk fall off or take it off yourself. And then it's basically a matter of hitting with a hammer to get the meat out and you can eat them. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to eat them or if I'm going to be feeding them to the squirrels. With where my field is located at the farm, I don't have squirrels getting in here, so they're not going to come in and get the walnuts. And of course, because they're pretty hard, the squirrels will bury them, and then you got new walnut trees coming up. And here comes my little fuzzy puppy dog. She and I went out in the canoe today. A friend went out in a kayak, so we call that canoeing. And we had a good time. It was really nice. Hadn't thought we were going to be able to go because they had been originally calling for rain. Well, the rain moved out overnight, and we have gotten a lot this week. So we were able to go, and you might be able to see if she gets up here closer that she has a brand new collar on. The reason why is quite simple. We're out in the canoe, and when we go out, I tie her when we first start out so that she's not jumping out of the canoe. We get out on the lake, I untie her. That way, if the canoe were to flip, she's not going to drown. And she does have on a little life jacket at the time. Well, when we come back in and I'm getting ready to tie her back up so that we could get out without her jumping out and taking off, her collar was gone. So it's either in the lake or in the stream that we were in. And along with her tag, but it was last year's tag because I'd never gotten her new tags on. So got back to the house and got her new collar and put the tag on it and put it on her. Just hope that nobody freaks out if they find it and think somebody's dog got drowned or something out there. And because of all the rain that we had, I was not able to work with horses as much as I wanted to. I had originally been going to try to ride both Misty and Licorice. Well, I just didn't have time. With the rain, there was stuff that I had to get done. If you've watched any of my videos from the week, you'll see that I was up on the roof of the run-in trying desperately to patch the hole on that. It's not perfect. It did keep a lot of the water out, but not all of it. Also worked some more on my pole barn. I really need to get the videos going and posted of that. I'm actually pretty proud of my pole barn. Didn't know what I was doing, did it anyway. Let's see. My sister's going back to where she lives, so that means I'll be back to visiting Dad 2 times a week. I'll be going Monday and Thursday. Thursdays when I go, I play the piano and sing hymns. And this last week I had my dad and a few ladies there, so I think the ladies were appreciative that I actually took the time to find out the name of everybody and then went through the names a few times, make sure I remembered them. Now, as to whether or not I'll remember them this Thursday, that remains to be seen. I like to tell people that I don't remember your name unless you're a tree. So we'll see. Hubby was kind of glad that Callie and I left today because he just wanted peace and quiet. And normally if I'm at the house and he wants peace and quiet, it's a matter of I shut myself up in my bedroom and I don't do anything because he's in the living room. And it can be extremely frustrating because I just have so much that needs to be done. Of course, I could always go outside and do stuff since it's not so hot out. But it was nice to go out canoeing. Well, when we get back, he said he couldn't find his phone. Called his phone, found it for it, gave it to him. About an hour later, he couldn't find his phone. He says, "You never gave it to me." Which I told him, yeah, I did, and he just didn't remember it. So I called his phone and found his phone all wrapped up in his blankets and gave it to him. He's not feeling well, so I don't know what's going to happen with him. Tomorrow is Halloween. It's a Sunday. We're having a dinner at church for pastor appreciation. which is normally had the last Sunday of October. So I will be going to church, and we'll go into feed, and then go into church, staying for the dinner, and then I'll be coming right back out and feeding. And one thing I didn't do this week because of all the rain, I wasn't able to get my field clean. I thought about doing it today, but it's just too wet out here. When the manure is really wet, the spreader just doesn't do a good job of spreading it. So that'll be done tomorrow. And then when I'm done out here, I'll be done early, going to the house, and I've already got everything all made up. We don't get a lot of kids, so they get extra, and I always give them something that I know if they don't eat, I'm going to eat. For the chickens, I had actually gotten 3 eggs out of the batch in the little pen over there, and I had thought about keeping them because if they were going to be laying, or if I could at least figure out which 3 it was, then that's 3 more eggs a day that I had. I just guessed on which 3 it was. Well, I haven't gotten another egg from the little pen from the 3 that are in there, and I've only gotten 1 that I know for sure out of the 3 that was from one of those hens. I do have at least 1 pullet that is now starting to lay. So I'm going to go ahead on Tuesday. I'm going to get rid of those 6 chickens. With them gone, I will then be putting 6 chickens in there that I'm planning to take home. Now I have noticed that at least 1, if not 2 of my young ones do have a deformed beak. They'll be going to the auction as well. I will not keep them, and I will not sell them for anybody that might be wanting to breed them. There's a sign at the auction that says that all animals are sold for slaughter purposes only, so that's on them. And I just realized that after I put the chickens away, there's still 1 out. So that's about it for me for this week. I'm going to go catch that chicken, and then I think I'm going to make a s'more or so, and I'm going to get going. So I hope you have a nice evening, and I'll talk at you later.